Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sunny, in which medium would you like to give your interview?
Sir, I would prefer English, but if mix is available, I would go with that also.
Okay.
Fine.
Right. We don't have any problem with that. Right. Okay. So please introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Sunny Dalal, and I have completed my schooling from Navy Children's School, Mumbai, because my father was in Indian Navy. But unfortunately, we lost him soon because in 2013 because of a brain tumor. Then I completed my graduation from Pandit Nekiram Sharma Government College in Rohtak under MDU University, and it completed in 2021. Since then, I have been preparing for civil services, and my hobbies are cricket and watching movies.
Okay. Cricket and the watching movies. Right. Uh, so, Sunny. Okay. Tell me about something about recently there is been a news about the UCC uniform
Yes, sir.
certificate, right? So, can you please it is this is the correct time to appropriate to implement the UCC? Do you think so?
So UCC or Uniform Civil Code, which is under the Article 44 of DPSP Part 4 of the Constitution. So it's actually about the personal laws. That the personal laws in India they shall be similar for all the religious people that are in India, be it Muslims or be it Hindus or be it Christians. So actually, what happens in India is that Muslims have their separate marriage laws and divorce laws and inheritance laws, and Hindus they also have their separate laws. So this have created a bit of misogyny in Indian society, because we have seen that triple talaq which goes to Supreme Court. Then there is this nikah halala case that is going in the Muslim society, which is against the women in the society. So it is creating a bit of discrimination in the society. And as UCC is not, I would not say that is a it is a religious law, because the personal laws are more of a civil law. So, like if we have the police laws are similar for everybody, so I think personal law should also be similar for everybody to create a uniform and a secular society.
Don't you think so that the with the implementation of the UCC, it will be an infringement? It will be an infringement on the fundamental rights which have been given to the individuals and to the society as a whole, like the fundamental right to religion have been given. Do you think so that?
So, sir, against the fundamental right, if we say there are two fundamental rights, there are which are with the which protect the religion denomination or the religion belief. That is Article 25 and Article 26 for if we say so. Article 25 starts with the restriction. It says that Article 25 will protect the religion beliefs of the people, if all the other fundamental rights are okay with that. So, informally, if we say that, so if Article 14 says equality, and these marriage laws they are not preferring equality, because as I explained about the triple talaq and nikah halala, so Article 25 is not against UCC. Second, Article 26. Article 26 is about denominations and groupings. And in the Serur Mutt case, as we know, Supreme Court has said that they shall decide what is the essential thing that a religion should have. So if Supreme Court feels that triple talaq or nikah halala is not essential part of Muslims, or further any other case comes in, so it is the Supreme Court which shall decide what is essential for a religious denomination. So both of them are okay with that. So fundamental rights, I don't think, are infringed with UCC. And our founding fathers, they have thought something when they introduced Article 44 and under DPSP. So I think this will bring a uniform society. Does the government and should bring the should get off all the misunderstandings that are within the minority
Yeah.
communities, then it will be okay.
So, what are the challenges associated in the implementation of this UCC?
The basic challenges are, first of all, administrative, because if we see there are so many laws, we have to consolidate all of them and make a single law. So first of all, this is the major, I think, the major challenge. The second challenge will be the misunderstanding that is among the people, mostly the minorities. They feel that the majority people would overcome them, or they will be dominating on them. They feel that if we take an example of Muslim or Christians, they would feel that the Hindu majority or their laws or their beliefs will be dominating on them. But this is not the case, and the government and the authorities and the district administration and the grassroots authorities which are with them, they can basically send off these misunderstandings, and then I think it would be good. This is mostly a social problem, I think.
Okay. Sunny, you must be aware of this thing that in the 2011 census, Haryana have the lowest sex ratio
Yes, sir.
on a pan-India level, right? So, can you please tell us where is the maximum sex ratio in Haryana, in which district?
So, sir, actually, I'm not aware
Okay.
about the districts.
I'll tell you. The highest sex ratio is in Nu and the Mewat area,
Mhm.
right? And the lowest sex ratio is in Gurgaon,
Mhm.
despite of being the highest literate district in the Haryana state. And Nu have the lowest literacy rate. Then
Okay.
don't you think so that it is a kind of a paradox
Mhm.
that despite of being having a highest amount of greater amount of literacy level, Gurugram have the lowest sex ratio, and in binary opposition to the this lowest literacy level, the highest sex ratio is can be seen in the Nu and Mewat area. Why is it so?
So, sir, actually, education, I don't think education is the only reason, or literacy is the only reason which will bring sex ratio or which will increase sex ratio. Because if we compare at the pan-India level, we would see that tribal people literacy might be very low. But you see that in the tribal areas, the sex ratios are high. So if you compare Gurugram, which is like IT hub and have technology and all are illiterate, we would see that the PCPNDT Act, which says that there is a prenatal diagnosis which happens. So they have more technology with them and more availability of sex determination. So those literate people, I would say, they go for these illegal prenatal diagnosis, and mostly this leads to female infanticides and all. So this is the case. In case of Nu, they are, I think, because they are not that much literate, they are not aware of these technologies. So maybe this can be a reason. And so, yes, sir, this can be
So
one of the reasons.
okay, so don't you think so that Gurugram is it is also a commissionerate system? There is a stricter implementation of the laws in the Gurugram. So can you say it with all your strong opinion that prenatal detection tax happens frequently or on a major scale in the Gurugram? How can you say that? Because
So
there
I
will be,
cannot. Sorry,
because
sir.
you have given the prime reason for this thing.
So, sir, I cannot say it with utter confidence. This is basically the pan India thing that I basically said, that on an Indian level, that is the basic reason why a literate state or a literate region goes for less sex ratio, and a more less literate rate goes for a higher sex ratio. This is for one of the reasons. Other reasons can be in case of lesser literate states, as in case of Nu. I am getting one more reason that can be, there is, I think, the economic activity differentiation is more, and the activities are divided between men and women. So the men are doing some kind of work and women are also doing some kind of work. So I think women are more important, or they play a major role in the familial economy. They are getting a better because most of them are poor in that region. So they women also plays an important role. I think that's why
So,
they prefer girl child. Or in case of Gurugram, I think
who are the women in the Gurugram? They have also an ample of opportunities with them. They might get employed in the IT sector in the Gurgaon or various other opportunities, be it any of the hospitality industry or any of the industries. There are ample of opportunities present in the Gurgaon.
So there are opportunities, but if you see the labor participation rate, you would find that in the urban areas, the labor participation rate of women is low, way low than rural areas. In urban areas, it's around 17%, and when you see in rural areas, it goes past 25%. So we can't say that they have opportunities, so they are grabbing it, because as this might be opinion, but you can see in the society that as you go at the higher level, the people, patriarchy that happens is they want their women to stay at home and care for the children, and they feel that they are earning enough. They don't allow their women to go outside. So this is also a case, and this was also done by a study done by ORF. It is American NGO which does it, and it have found that we saw that the literacy, where the literacy is high and the opportunities are high, then also Indian women are not able to grab it, either because there is social taboo, or because there is pressure from the family. So this can be a case.
So Sunny, what is your optional?
So my optional was mathematics.
Okay, Sunny, I'll come to your hobbies, right? As you have mentioned that you are fond of watching the cricket or might be playing the cricket, right? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So you has one of your hobbies playing cricket or watching
Yes,
cricket,
sir.
right? So ongoing World Cup is ongoing, right?
Yes, sir.
So how many teams are participating in the World Cup?
So 10 teams.
10 teams. Okay. And which is your favorite team?
I'm an Indian, so obviously India.
Okay. On the basis of nationality, you will decide that the one you like.
Yes, sir. Obviously, because any sporting event, be it Olympics or be it a World Cup, when this is this high level of sports is going on, I would always support my country.
Okay. Indian cricket team performs very well on the home grounds, right? In the bilateral series or any other series, but they don't perform that kind of. They doesn't get that kind of wins abroad. Why is it so?
Actually, I would humbly disagree with that, because we all know what we did in GABA in 2021. We captured GABA, which was not able to, which many countries was not able to do in the 90 or 100 years. So I would not say that we are not doing well in other countries. We have also played good cricket in England recently. We won the ODI series. But I would say South Africa is like a country which we obviously.
Okay, if we have won any of the series, one or two series, I'm quoting you the question on the basis of the stats. So most of the series we are not able to perform well. Of course, India wins abroad also, but in a most of the matches, India is not able to perform that kind of a game that they have shown in the home grounds. So I was asking you the reason for that.
Okay, sir. This might there might be the reason of mostly in abroad regions there are bouncy pitches and which favor pace. And India we see mostly there are spin friendly pitches. So when we play in spin friendly pitches in India, we are mostly trained for that, and we are we are not playing that much of fast bowlers in India, because if you see the Indian bowlers, they only track around 130 or 140 majorly, and we go outside India, we'll find pacers like Mitchell Stark, which are bowling at a pace of around 145-50, and the pitches in Australia or maybe in we see in England, there are a lot of swing, and pacers like Anderson, which can reverse swing at the with the older balls, and so maybe this can be a reason of swing and pace.
Okay. My last question to you is, Sunny, is as you're from second hobby, that is watching movies, right?
Yes.
Why these days Bollywood movies are not doing that much business like the southern movies, the movies from the Tollywood, right? They are doing very great. Why is it so?
So this year Bollywood has done well, but recent years we have seen that there is a bit of dip in Bollywood. This is because of people are feeling a bit of cultural disconnect with the movies. And South Indian, they always capture their culture with them. You see any movie, they'll always have a cultural connect with them, and a kind of attraction for the people. People, they experience a bit of connection with them. They see that we can be also at the place of that hero. In case of Bollywood movies, you will see actions that are going bizarre and which cannot be real. In case of, if I give an example of Karan Johar, he makes movies like Student of the Year or something, where colleges are like so large and all, and people, they are not able to connect with them, so they start like disconnecting with Bollywood. And with South movies coming at the pan level like KGF or RRR, which went to Oscars as well. So I think this is natural for the audience.
Okay. My one more question, sir. Do you think so that freedom, on the basis of artistic expression, right? There are some people who are making the movies. They want to, they might influence the opinion about in the times of the election. Do you think so that it should be curbed?
So, sir, freedom of expression is a fundamental right under Article 19. So, actually, directly we cannot curb them. For that we have the censor board, which is a government organization. So, it's their job to censor the things which are maybe fake news or which can incite violence or which are not correct, which are not factually correct, which can spread misinformation in the masses, and that can be lethal. So it's the job of the censor board, I think, and they can obviously censor the movies which are not good for the society.
Okay, good. Sir, now
Since your optional subject is math, can you tell me which prize on international arena is considered to be a Nobel Prize for mathematics?
So I'm not able to recall the name, but
Have you heard
Yes,
about Abel Prize?
yes, sir, able, yes, sir, able.
Do you know who won it in 2023 and for which derivations was it given?
No, sir, that I don't know.
Okay. You must have heard about quantum computing.
Yes, sir.
Can you differentiate between the quantum computers and the traditional computers?
Yes, sir. The traditional computers, they basically work on bits, zeros and ones. The quantum computers, they'll be working on the quantum particles like electrons, protons. So these quantum computers will be very well in prediction activities. Like they can, because I'm from mathematics background, so I can explain this. Like if we toss a coin, we'll either get a head or a tail. So this is like a bit, zero or one. But the quantum computers, they can be ones and zeros at the same time. So they are like the Schrodinger's cat, that we say that until the box is not open, the cat is both dead and alive. So quantum computers can be a great achievement in case of prediction activities. For example, in case of preparing these vaccines, I would say nowadays, because we have to conduct so many tests, we have to see the how it would work on the humans. So that is the one. And second can be, we can achieve subcriticality, which is the nuclear test. We in that case we will not able to we will be not be able to doing the actual test. We can do it on the quantum computers itself.
Fine. So, since simultaneous elections was in news recently,
Sorry,
and
sir?
simultaneous elections, one nation,
Yes.
one election.
Yes, sir.
Can you quote some advantages, two advantages and two disadvantages associated with it?
Yes, sir. So the advantages of simultaneous elections will be lesser amount of money will be spent, and second would be, now when there are frequent elections in states, and then in at the center there are by-elections. So these politicians, they are more like they are having a time horizon problem. They are always focused on preparing for the elections, then preparing for their constituency and doing the welfare job. So now, if there is only one election after 5 years, they can focus on the election for one time and then for the welfare thing. And the disadvantages, I would say, is responsibility, because when you are conducting simultaneous elections, how will we consider the no confidence motion if the party loses majority? Then how would we conduct the by-elections? That can be administrative thing. And secondly, because the second advantage would be for the Election Commission of India, because you have to conduct so many elections at the pan level, where so many electors are there and so many polls and everything. So you need a lot of manpower, and that can be a challenge.
Okay. Since last week, women reservation bill have been passed by the parliament. Though it is an empowering legislation, can you give some disadvantages also associated with it?
So, sir, for the disadvantages, I would say we have to go to the constitutional assembly debates, where we had only, I think, 10 to 15 women parliamentarians. And when they were asked, either we should have reservation of them, they said that we should go for women empowerment not by reservation, but by empowering them socially and economically. Because this is even seen today. We have 33% reservation in panchayat elections. We have 50% reservation in panchayat election in case of Haryana. But since that also we see proxy sarpanch in India, where if you ask the name of the sarpanch, people would obviously recognize the husband and not the female as such. And second would be, I think, the second disadvantage of this reservation is they will be getting it after, I think, 2026, when the delimitation commission comes again. So it will be coming in 2029 or something. So I think this is a bit later. If you have to bring it now in these elections and give a, I think, 15 years, or I think 10 to 15 years of window. After that, each constituency would have their women leaders, and people will recognize them with her, or she will be doing welfare jobs. So I think then the reservation would not be needed as such.
So you are saying that giving them reservation is more about empowering the already empowered women's.
No, sir. Actually, I was just saying the challenges. Reservation are always for providing equity and equally playing field. If there are challenges, these are challenges and not drawbacks. So challenges can be overcome with more social empowerment and with more education. So the women will be knowing their rights and responsibilities, and they'll be using the reservation for the good of people and them also.
Okay, sir.
Since women in higher education enrollments is more, but labor force participation rate is very much mager. Why is it so?
So
Especially in Haryana.
So, labor force participation rate, I would say, has been decreasing in women since 2006. It was around 40%. Now is around 24%. This have both positives and negatives. Positives would be as women are pursuing education at higher level, they are not going for menial jobs like like agriculture laborers or in homes as maids. So this could be a positive thing. And second would be the taboo, that the patriarchal society. And in case of Haryana, it's like it's more in case of Haryana, because we have a more patriarchal mindset in case of Haryana. And second would be that with more technology, most of the women were in construction labors or agriculture labors and in textile industries. With more technology coming in, they are being replaced by robots and more, which are much more productive than them. So this is also decreasing their labor force participation rate.
You mean modernization is decreasing their employability rate?
Yes, sir. Because if technology, I would say, is not taking their jobs, the one who knows the technology is taking their jobs.
Explain me a little.
So basically, what this I would quote with the data that was given by World Economic Forum, which said that with technology, there will be a loss of 97 million jobs, but it would also create over 100 million jobs. So basically, what we are saying is the traditional economy is changing, and we are getting a more skilled economy. So people have to get skilled with the market orientation. They have to get more market oriented skills with them, better education, and that would bring them jobs which are better than before and more lucrative as well.
Okay, Sunny, we are done. Your interview is over. So just stay online for 3-4 minutes. We will discuss the things and then we will get back to you to give you the feedback, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Sunny,
Okay, sir.
how was your interview according to you?
So it was good, but I was like fumbling, बीच बीच में थोड़ा अटक
अच्छा।
रहा था कहीं कहीं पे, वो फ्लो उतना नहीं बन पा रहा था. बट आई थिंक जो यूसीसी और जो पॉलिटिकल क्वेश्चन है, आई थिंक माय आंसर्स वर गुड
देखिए,
फ्रॉम माय साइड.
जब आप क्वेश्चन आंसर दे रहे हैं, थोड़ा गैप लें सोचने का. लाइक यू डोंट जस्ट गो अवे विद द आंसर. थोड़ा सोचें, क्योंकि आप इमीडिएट एक आंसर इंटरव्यू पैनल के सामने है, तो एक गैप के साथ आप चीजों को बताएं, ताकि अगर फ्लो में चीजें आ रही हैं तो देयर इज समथिंग कि आप बस आंसर थोपना चाह रहे हो, वैसे नहीं हो. थोड़ा गैप लेके सोच के फिर बताएं उसको.
ओके सर.
Second thing is that sometimes you just exaggerate the answers. Directly come to the point, right? They will not give you that kind of a independence, right? So you need to directly come to the point. Just quote 3-4 important points. If you are not having that kind of points with you, just decline the question very brightly, sir. I am not able to recall at this point of time. Right? Don't try to frame the answer as it can be seen by yours in few of the answers only, not most of the answers. That it was a kind of that what the CSE aspirant do in the GS paper. They just try to fill the sheets. Right? Don't do that. Okay. The second and the third most important thing, just speak slowly. You are in a bit hurry.
यस सर, मुझे भी लगा थोड़ा.
हाँ, थोड़ा ना आपको स्लो बोलना पड़ेगा कि आराम से बोलो. ऐसे जैसे सर ने बताया कि पॉज ले लो, 30 सेकंड का पॉज ले लो. आप अगर आपको, और एक और बात है, अगर आपको कोई आंसर पता है तो आप हंसने लग जाते हैं. ठीक है ना? हंसना नहीं है, जस्ट हैव अ बेसिक स्माइल ऑन योर फेस, और लाफ इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. राइट? आपको पता है, जस्ट बी कूल एंड काम. वो एक्चुअली इंटरव्यू इज मोर अबाउट योर पर्सनैलिटी. नॉलेज की तो बात हो ही नहीं रही है. नॉलेज तो उन्होंने चेक कर ली आपकी मेंस में. ठीक है ना? हाउ जस्ट यू कंडक्ट देमसेल्फ इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम.
ओके सर.
ठीक है ना? कि आप कैसे कंडक्ट करेंगे खुद को उनके सामने, वो बस यही देखना चाह रहे हैं कि आपको. और प्रोबेबली कैंडिडेट्स कम है, तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि क्योंकि हम अपनी तरफ से एग्जैजरेट कर रहे थे चीजों को. आई वी वर आस्किंग अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस बिकॉज ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपका इंटरव्यू लंबा चले क्योंकि कैंडिडेट्स कम
क्योंकि
है.
अभी हरियाणा का भी कोई क्वेश्चन हमने पूछा नहीं.
ठीक है ना?
मे बी दैट विल बी मोर क्वेश्चंस अबाउट द हरियाणा.
ठीक है. तो उसमें क्या होगा कि इंटरव्यू, मान लो 40 मिनट आपका इंटरव्यू चल रहा है, तो उसमें इंटरव्यू फैटीग हो जाती है. ठीक है. एंड दैट विल क्लियरली कैन बी सीन ऑन द जो भी इंटरव्यूज हैं उनके फेसेस पे दिखना शुरू हो जाता है. सो इसलिए मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ, बीच बीच में पॉजेज लेके आराम से विद ऑल कूल एंड कामनेस आराम से आप आंसर कीजिए. राइट?
ओके सर.
और बाकी एवरीथिंग वाज फाइन. यू हैव एन एम्पल नॉलेज. नॉलेज ठीक है आपकी, कोई इशू नहीं है. और आप इंटरव्यूज में क्लीन शेव ही जाएंगे.
हाँ हाँ.
राइट? क्लीन शेव जाना है, और बिल्कुल
हम्म.
पोलाइटली और आराम से. बाकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज ठीक थी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. और बाकी सब कुछ ठीक था हमारी तरफ से. एक दो दो तीन चीजें हैं, इस पे आप थोड़ा सा बेसिक काम कर लीजिए, एंड आई थिंक सो दैट यू आर द प्रोबेबल कैंडिडेट, यू माइट गेट सिलेक्टेड. वो देखते हैं, आपके इंटरव्यू पे डिपेंड करेगा कि सर्विस कौन सी मिलेगी.
बाकी सही था, बाकी सनी सब सही था. आप में कॉन्फिडेंस भी है, नॉलेज भी है आपकी. बस आप इन 2-3 चीजों पे काम कीजिए और यू विल सेल थ्रू. नो इशू.
ठीक है?
थैंक यू सर.
डोंट वरी. ऑल
ठीक
द
है.
बेस्ट सनी.
ऑल द
डू
बेस्ट.
वेल.
ओके सर. थैंक यू
गो
सर.
लाइक एन ऑफिसर एंड कम विद द सेम.
ओके सर. थैंक यू सर.
या
ओके.